Facebook stay knocking me off my Facebook lives, bro. Facebook's a hater. Sorry, nigga hate. Let them hate. Y'all know what I'm coming to America. I'm just waiting for more people to sign on. I really think I wanted to do a breakdown on the Charka system. I don't have time to do that today. This one thing I would do. Let's see if I could stay. Let's keep it like that. I probably can't see it. You gotta turn your phone so. Man, I'm sitting here getting fed up by all these fucking mosquitoes over here. They want to disconnect me. Whew. Sorry, I'll take it. I'll take it. That first video is already up. Hey. Alright. Well, those who watching, I'm gonna just finish the rest of this. I don't remember what I was talking about, the other point, so okay. Alright, so last time I tried to do like a dimensional breakdown and try to do it in the last video and it got disconnected, so I'm not going to sit here and do a full-fledged discussion on how dimensions work. I'm just going to show y'all essentially how dimensions work. Okay, so you have something called singularity. You have something that's called like start point. You know, like the start point had to come from a sound. The start point had to come from a vibration. Okay, so this start point would be a 0. Alright, actually, you know what? I got this. We're going to do this backwards. Alright, so it would be a 0. Boom. Okay, now you're going to have to understand how our dimensions operate. Our dimensions is operating off of a thought. Someone's thought this shit up. So everything we're operating out of came out of someone's thought, out of someone's mouth. Spoke it, and this resonated within dimensions. So if you want to understand a dimensional breakdown, just go to write it. I'm not really going to explain it a lot because I don't want to at this time. I already did it in the last video and it got removed. So if you have questions, of course I'll address them. And I just did another video for an hour, so I'm not sitting here doing a full spill about dimensions right now. But I'll show you how it goes. Okay, so this is called singularity, or like flat line. Okay, this is one singular energy, right? So dimensions operate out of polarities. Okay, you have one dimension that sits up here. This is your first dimension. Here's your 1. This dimension is a dimension of thought. So this dimension connects directly to here because it is direct connection to the thought of whatever created this system. First dimension. So first dimension is thought. Things move extremely slow in this thought dimension. Like the turtle is representation of the first dimension because it moves slow. Its thoughts move slow. Trees, slow. Mountains, slow. Our bones, slow. This is representation of the first dimension. So usually like structure, like things that are held together, crystals, diamonds, all these different things, the big stones in our buildings, these are all, they're serving the thought of what's in the building, like the bank. You know, this big old brick building or this big old stone building, you know, is big and made up of stone and tough and solid because it's representation of the thought of that building. So everything that operates on the first dimension is a positive dimension. It can't really fall into a negative dimension of polarity because it doesn't operate. It just is. You know, the building just stands there. Now, what the motherfuckers do in that building, that's a different situation. There's a second dimension. 2. A little weird ass looking 2. Maybe I could do it another way. I don't know. Oh well, y'all get it. 2. The 2 goes down. Everything that operates in the second dimension is a negative dimension, or a negative frequency, I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's bad. It just operates out of a negative polarity because there's some type of emotion that gets attached to this. And this emotion is actually representation of like insects, animals, anything that serves a point or serves a purpose. Like for example, when 2 people get together, we enter like a second dimension because we're like serving 2 energies, you know, and then something's created, which then puts us into this 3rd dimension, which will come back at the top. But everything in the second dimension is directly a dimension of service. This is why most slaves operated out of a second dimension for so long. Third dimension goes up. So if you see the pattern, it's kind of like a heart meter. Do, do. Third dimension literally is your as above, so below concept. The reason why it's as above, so below is because you as a third dimensional being has the ability to view the second dimensions or the 2 dimensions that come before you. One a negative polarity and one a positive polarity. This is why you have the ability to view what's right and what's wrong through thoughts and through action. This literally is the system of thought and action. And with thought and action, your ass come forward. Or they say mind, spirit, human, hue. Just like I said in the last video, hue is a representation of mind and spirit. That's why Houston literally means on the mind and spirit of America. And Harvey, which means iron fist, literally had a direct iron fist blow on the mind and spirit of America. Facts, that's how it happened. So you have to understand that this 3rd dimension literally operates on us being able to perceive mind and spirit, thought and action. Man, okay, there you go. These numbers is terrible. 4th dimension. Okay? Alright. So this is why y'all want to have notes, because then yours will look better than mine. 4th dimension. 4th dimension goes down. Y'all have to also understand that these are actually representation of symbols. Okay? So think about a 1st dimension. 1st dimension would just be a single point. The 2nd dimension would be 2 points. Like that. And this energy could either serve a good point or serve a bad point. And it just walks like a bridge. A confused ass soul that just walks between the 2 dimensions. Poor thing. Because remember, everything has a yin and a yang, a split, a core, an apple, or whatever you want to look at it. A shell and the guts on the inside. So a first system doesn't really operate on a negative polarity is because it stays still. It doesn't decide the difference. This operates like this. So now we're going to the 3rd dimension. So let's just think of this like symbols. We know these symbols. There's your other dot. Okay, this is starting to make some sense. So this is your 3rd dimension. Okay? Or okay? Alright. So, it's clear what the 4th dimension would be. The 4th dimension would be a door, bruh. It's a door. A door. 4th dimension is also known as the death dimension. Or a gateway dimension. Like if you've seen the movie Ghost, he entered the 4th dimension. The 4th dimension is literally embedded to the 3rd dimension. It's not embedded to the fifth dimension, which is where the Pentagon and all them people. Hold on, let's do that symbol. All right, boom, or whatever that you know. You get where I'm going at. The whole little Pentagon, you know, they smart how they operate, boy. So look, so this is what happens when you die. So actually, let's just go to this point. So this is your soul, okay, and then it incarnates into the second dimension as an action. So then now it's your physical soul. So it has been recycled, reincarnated, you know, all through this system. Comes back into your third system, which is when we're in right now, all right, and then travels down to your fourth dimension. And in this fourth dimension, you have a box. This is a door. You open your door. Now, you know, you ever seen in the haunted houses, you get like 3 doors? You get like 3 doors, like in the little scary movies and shit. Which door will you pick? Well, remember how they get out that door. They have to have faith. They literally have to, like, trust their heart to know that, is it this door, that door, that door? That's real shit. Like, this is what they're trying to explain to you. That when you enter the death frequency, I crossed over and I didn't even have to die. Drake, Christ. When you enter the death frequency, you have the ability to get yourself out of it. You can resurrect yourself. But the only way you're resurrecting yourself is by the removal of all fear. All fear. The truth is, there isn't 3 doors. It's just 1 door. This shit fucking disappears. It's an illusion. It's just 1 door. The door you choose. So it don't matter if you go this one or that one or fucking turn around. Just understand, no fear is no restriction. No fear is no obstacles. That is the benefit of not restricting yourself to death. Or just staying in a fucking box, in a construct. That y'all dying. Y'all don't understand? This fourth dimension is all around y'all. This cell phone is a box, is a cube. My computer is a cube. The refrigerator is a cube. The car is a cube. The fucking microwave is a cube. The oven is a cube. The books are a cube. The church is a cube. Y'all don't understand. Y'all embedded in death. It's cool though. We are death walkers. We are resurrectors. We are people who can be transformed. You know, so once you don't allow fear to hold you in death, or your actions, or all the fucking things that you want to just complain about in life and not do nothing about, when you know, go beyond death, when you go beyond your cube, like the Masons say, stand on your square, know your limits, know your square. Well, I fucking know my square. Thank you. I didn't have to fucking knock on no door. I didn't have to be reborn, roll up my pant leg, and recite some fucking books that they don't even know where they came from. I didn't have to do that, okay? I know my square. I stood on my square since day one. Do you? I've walked through my desert and have came and seen the glory. Have you? So, you have to understand that this is just representation of a death frequency. And we now, especially if you're watching this, are going to go beyond death. Key, because the only thing holding you in death is fear. You're scared, your family, what about my family? If I die, what's going to happen to them? You're scared about fucking money you had in the bank that don't exist. You're just scared about everything that has nothing to do with what really matters. So let it all go. Like, let it all go. Fifth dimension is what everything is created out of. What y'all don't understand is that the elites, or the people who really matter, use this. Y'all use this. Y'all use third dimension. Oh, third dimensional ass motherfuckers. And y'all just now hopping on the wave of, I'm a fifth dimensional being. Y'all don't even know what that means. Y'all don't even have a fucking clue what that means. Fifth dimension is this. This is a fucking box, bro. Okay? That is what that is. When they give you that little Pentagon shit, you're getting a box. Like a little house. Why you think, look at the house. Why do you think the fifth dimension is built like a house? You're going to create death. Okay? Death of this physical construct. And then you're going to put your 3 or your triangle above it. You go to soar, you go fly, you go spear, you go punch your way through what goes beyond this fifth dimension. This would be literally your sword. This would be your wand. This would be your phallus. This would be your obelisk. You know, this is why they have all these symbols. There you go. It's representation of the fifth dimension. It doesn't matter if it's a little square or a big one. Same shit. We see this all the time. We get it. I got it. I get it. They're showing you that they're escaping death, but they're actually honing energy out of it too. Okay, so we're not done. This is your sixth dimension. So remember, down here, your even numbers actually operate out of negative polarities. Why? How? Well, shit. I was a fucking slave in the damn second dimension, which I've been raped, pillaged, plumbered. There ain't no question how that could be negative. Fourth dimension, that's what most of us are fucking heading towards, or where our ancestors are at the moment. They're just in death. So here you go. Sixth dimension. Why is that negative? It's these two symbols. This is what the sixth dimension is. It's when you combine those two symbols. Okay? The whole six God thing that's on my chest. Okay? This is representation of two energies battling. This isn't representation of two energies infusing. This is showing you the literal battle. Even when we fuck, we aggressive. This is facts. Listen, I'm not, if this is too much for y'all, y'all don't have to listen or understand. I try to be as simple and plain and to the core and to the heart as possible. Sex has become more aggressive because sex is a six-dimensional thing. It does not embody the true frequency of love. Just because we fucking doesn't mean I love you. Just because we fucking doesn't mean we're in love. No, that is why this is a negative frequency. Because we too busy thinking fucking or sex or this war between sexes is what the fuck is going to help us get anywhere. No. It's not going to help us get anywhere in the fight. But in the thought of what happens when two things get together, then you can go up to the fucking seven, to the love. When these two things come together, guess what? This goes back to that concept 1 plus 1 equals 3. Equals 3. Because 1 plus 1, 1 and 1, you don't just get another fucking object, or you don't get two of the objects squared. You literally get a whole nother object. So this child, this object, is what will bring you to the 7. Remember, all these dimensions is about traveling. Your soul travel. These are your chakras. These are all your chakra systems. Every single dot I'm showing you up here is representation of your chakra system. And if y'all still stay up here, I'll be willing to break it down because they're showing me that y'all interested. So, I'm not going beyond the 7th dimension because we don't need to. But understand that the 7th dimension is the dimension of love. Is the dimension of what happens when energies come together and create a frequency of love. Everything that operates out of the love frequency enters a level of manifestation that's instantaneous. In the 5th dimension, when you think of something, you can manifest it. But the only way you can manifest it is if your thoughts come from a 7th dimension and you pull them down to the 5th. It'll happen, it'll manifest, it'll create. But when you are in the 7th, when you are purely an etheric being, when you're truly operating out of a heart frequency, which connects then to your throat, which then connects to your mind, which then connects to your crown, when you truly align your heart chakra in its true position, you then become a loving being and instantly manifest anything your soul desires. That is the gift your Creator has given you. Now, there have been beings that have manipulated this system. They figured out a shortcut because, listen, after the 7, you don't go down no more. After love, there is no negative. There is no negative out of love. See, everything I'm explaining to you makes sense. It resonates. So if I'm sitting here telling you that you're going down after 7, something's off. Maybe you're not telling me the right shit. So understand that from the 7, it goes up. it goes to the 8, which is that infinite thing I was speaking about in the last video. Through this system, we will get to infinite. We will get to the 2 polarities that govern this whole system. Okay? Now the 7 doesn't connect to a lower self, to a lower frequency, to this lower 8, this bottom 8, this snowman. Why do you think Jeezy took the snowman? Why do you think fucking Christmas time they always doing some damn occult shit and y'all don't even see the X mass, which is X, like the X chromosome, or the damn snowman, which represents the 8 symbol or the infinity symbol? You're not seeing the messages they're giving you right in front of you, but you will if you keep paying attention. I promise you. So after the 7, they go up to the 8. Because these 6-dimensional beings, these Dracos, these 6 gods, these warring beings that feed off of war, feed off of 2 energies coming together, warring ass beings, fucked up ass, lower dimensional ass beings that sit here waiting for us in the 7th dimension to come save them, which is what we're doing. They shortcut. They skip the 7th dimension and they do a shortcut to the 8th. They're able to bypass the 7th frequency through us. They take our thoughts, they take our organs, they take our body, they take our essence and energies, and allow our thoughts to bypass them using any ounce of love and just using all of our love for them to create this whole system we see. Y'all don't understand that this whole matrix is governed off of the 8th dimension, which is up, it sits high. And they just use these polarities against us. This is how it works. This is how they operate. Okay. So, I break down what these chakra systems are. And then I would say have a good night. Because I am tired. Okay. So, the first dimension, the first dimensional system, would be here. Okay? This would be the soul of Earth. The soul of Earth resonates in the first dimension. It does not connect to a chakra system. The first dimension does not connect to a chakra system. The second dimension is the spirit of Earth. So Earth is a star. So understand that every star has 2 energies. Every star has a soul, and every star has a spirit. Every soul has a mind, and every soul has a body. Okay? So the second dimension is Earth. The second dimension is the physical shape of Earth. That's why, remember, everything on the second dimension is physical. Like bugs, trees, it's physical. So even Earth on a shell form is your second dimension. Okay? And then the soul of Earth is the first dimension. Here we go with the chakras. And then y'all have a great night. The third chakra, or the third dimension, connects to the root chakra. That's why Earth is so rooted. It's so carnal, so savage. Because it's literally connected to the root. Okay? After that, we have down here, death. How are they killing you guys? Through this death frequency. Okay? Death frequency connects to your liver. They're killing you through the fluoride in the water, and they're killing you through the alcohol. They bring a death frequency on you through your liver, so mostly through what you're eating, your liquid specifically. So they're bringing everyone to a death frequency based off of your liver, based off of your chakra system, which is your whatever the second chakra system is called. I'm stuck with names. Alright, let's keep going. So, fourth system is your chakra system. Fourth dimension is your chakra system. We go up. The fifth, this is your solar plex. Your fifth dimension connects to your solar plex. That's why it's active. You activate it, boom, right there within the stomach. Okay? So your fifth dimension, so your thoughts. You feed your stomach, okay? Feed your stomach, and as your stomach becomes full, you then sit, you then rest, you ferment, you think. That's why it's important for the food to get put in the stomach, for you to ferment, for you to absorb, to suck in all these things. This is why the fifth dimension is a thought dimension, but yet it sits in your stomach. Because when you sit still, that's why that food sits there, it sits your ass still, so it can quiet your thoughts, so you can manifest these thoughts and not move too quick. Next we go down, sixth dimension, heart. That's why I said they're attacking the heart chakra by you thinking that love is fucking, and you thinking that love is a system of just interaction on a physical level, and not understanding that the heart needs more than just physical interaction. So this is why the heart system is connected to the sixth dimension, is because the heart is connected to a confused state of love. The heart needs to transition and go higher into the seventh chakra, which is the throat. The seventh chakra is the throat because through what you speak, you affect the heart. Through what you speak, you affect the ears, sound. That's why when you speak, it connects to the ear, E-A-R, which connects also to the heart, which is the H-E-A-R-T, which ultimately connects to the earth, which is E-A-R-T-H. That's why what you say is so important right now. Vibration. That's why vibration is in the seventh dimension. That's why if we speak love, we will manifest love. If you speak hate, you will manifest hate. Because your fucking throat chakra is literally in the seventh dimension, representing what you say happens. What you speak will be manifested. That's where your chakra systems are within you. So after you get to your throat, you get to the mind's eye. And it's funny that the eighth dimension also looks like the damn infinity logo that goes on in your mind, meaning that your thoughts is what's producing your infinity. If your thoughts become pure by the seventh dimension and not skipped from the seventh, which is what's happening, and you're just having every thought about sex, and every thought about war, and every thought about carnal savagery, this is why our world's fucked up. Because they're not understanding that they're operating out of the sixth dimension, creating our reality out of the eighth. Not realizing that when we take our reality back, there ain't no shortcuts. No more shortcuts, little guys. We're going to go straight from the seventh to the eighth, from the eighth to the ninth, and the ninth is the crown chakra. We become etheric beings. This is the science of how we would transform and how we would transition. When we're able to completely remove the fear frequency out of this planet, no more wars, no more separation of sexes, when you completely remove the love frequency, when you completely don't allow them to use you out of fear, and use you out of you not having faith in oneself, and faith of the creator, and faith of your creator, or your creation, you're never going to be able to go beyond you, which is, the space-time I keep telling everyone. You have the ability to go beyond your space-time. And the only way you can do that is not from a physical shell. You cannot use no spaceship to travel where these things are. You can't. You can only use your mind. And the only way you can use your mind is when you explode your mind like supernova. So I keep trying to show everybody on the womb page that a supernova, see, they want to tell you that's bad. When a sun dies out, it explodes. They want to tell you that's bad. No, you're not understanding that explosion is actually representation of what's going to happen to the human. That once he aligns up all his chakras, that all that kundalini energy, all that fire energy, all that serpent energy that's sitting there from the root all the way to the gut, from the liver to the gut, all the way from the gut to the heart, all the way from the heart to the throat, all the way from the throat to the mind, as it sits there and ferments in this mind, which is what has been happening to us as we speak. It will bust. It would explode like Cyclops and shoot that fucking light out his eye. It would shoot these beams of light out. And in these beams of light that we shoot out of the middle of our mind, you would then understand how you manifest your creation. You would truly see what you want. And you would then explode this physical shell. Now you can still manifest whatever shell you choose. Why not? You are literally the light that is inside of you. You have to understand, this whole shell that you are, this being that you are, is just created off of the light source that's inside of you. It's a reflection of the light source inside of you. It actually traps you, enslaves you, keeps you where you're at. So if you're actually able to exceed this shell and go beyond this shell, you actually are able to go beyond dimensions, time, heavens. You have the ability to travel within different dimensions if you understand the principles of each dimension, but you have to listen. You can't just sit here and be like, oh, he's talking about some cool shit, I like that, but oh wait, I don't understand that, so I'm going to just sidetrack that. Well, when you sidetrack shit, that's when you miss shit. Y'all sit here trying to act like y'all want to sit here and get the road to redemption, but y'all want to take shortcuts. There's no shortcut to the road to redemption. Christ had no shortcuts. He only had assistance. This is facts. You need to understand that. That's like real shit. If you're sitting here looking for shortcuts left and right, then you will be shorted. The only way you're going to get better is assistance. White, black, green, blue. Y'all don't even understand, and we're all fighting for one thing. Freedom. White people ain't free neither. Does it look like they free? Does it look like they're happy? Does it look like they're content? Does the KKK rally look like contentment? I know it's upsetting to see this is how they're venting. I see this is what happens when the child goes without his mom. I understand. But y'all not understanding, we're all just angry, fighting for relief. So if we're all angry and fighting for freedom, why can't we get angry and fight for freedom as one? One singularity. I'm not asking you to be on my team. I'm not asking you to knock on my door and do rallies every goddamn week. No, I'm talking thoughts. This is no actions. I don't need your actions to intermingle with mine. That is not what I'm talking about. I need our thoughts to be the same. If you feel that your life is not fair, if you feel that things are happening, Trump isn't the right president for you, or you feel that something is off, well, we all feel that. So let's all think to manifest the change. That's it. Truth is truth. So at the end of the day, we're not here to try to fight or manipulate it. It is. It's truth. It's coming. Your job is to allow any being that is out here to want to obtain a level of love and freedom to get it. Not to be nobody's motherfucking wall. Not to be someone's motherfucking obstruction. To all the parents out there, please don't be no fucking obstruction to your child. Please don't. That is not what your job is. That child did not come here to be like you. That was not the agenda. That child came here to give you a divine message, and you're shutting him or her up. Sitting here trying to make him or her be like you. Let them be like them. Everyone is special. Everyone is unique. It is time for us to take on our divinity and take on what truly is ours, and that's creation. This is ours. Creation is ours. So create the right things. Why is our creation fucked? Because our thoughts are fucked. Why are our thoughts fucked? Because we're not informed. They segregate and separate all the information. You got the Torah. You got the Bible. You got the Quran. You got the I Ching. You got the Chinese zodiac. You got our zodiac. Oh, wait, there's another zodiac sign. They just leave you in states of chaos and confusion, and y'all don't even understand that the only way we can figure it out or solve it is by coming together. You want to sit here and fight a devil. You swear that there's someone out there that's your devil. And if they are a devil, guess what? They are. You know why? Because they are an adversary to you. This is what a devil means. You know why they're an adversary to you? Because they control your thoughts. This is the science of a devil. So if you're racist, if you're mad, you think that there's another race out there that has manipulated you and has enslaved you and has put you in the position you're in right now, great. I'm happy you believe this, because now they're controlling your thoughts. They are your devil, because you're not free to believe what you want. When they sit here and do these damn root series over and over and over again, and then create movies like NWA, slamming a little black dude on the cop car and shit, then start killing all these people. Like, y'all don't see these agendas they're putting out here just to spark anger and controversy amongst y'all. Y'all have to understand that we set the tone. Let's just understand this. We set the tone. So why hasn't shit popped off yet? Because we ain't let it pop off yet. So if we set the tone and we're the reasons things pop, why are y'all not realizing that? Now they feed y'all, they egg y'all on, they point at y'all, they do them little fingers like little stabs, like let's keep pointing at them, let's keep egging them on to see if they do what we want them to do. And y'all not even understanding that if y'all do take action in your own hands, as far as an aggressive state, y'all will lose. Y'all will fucking lose. They will put you in their little FEMA camps, in their Walmart stores. They will murder you like some of the people they've been talking about in Houston. Like, literally, you cannot fight this dragon with fire. How? You ain't no dragon? Where? Boss up. Show me you can do what they do. Show me if you can convince the whole nation to pay you to kill them. That's what you do. Show me if you're capable of creating a device like a cell phone that literally kills the lowly melanated person and the uneducated melanated person. But yet we pay, what, $100, $150 a month to a paying to die? Tell me if you got this type of mind mass. Like, if you taking these steps, if you really thinking like how they thinking. You're not. So the best way I could tell you is start thinking how we're thinking, which is how they're not thinking. They operate out of a hate frequency. They operate out of a fear frequency. They know that if they can get you to be scared or fearful, that they can make you do things. They can make you react. Love does the same thing now. Love can also make you react. Love can also make you uncomfortable. Love can also make things happen. So if we just embody not that fear frequency, but a love frequency, we will also affect change. We'll make things happen. And they can't interfere with that because they don't operate out that polarity. So, it was fun talking to y'all. I don't really know what else to talk about. Like I said, I hate these videos. It's not really, like, personal. Let's see what people say. Yes, I was waiting for this. Yeah, so here's just a couple little side notes. I'm gonna just read off a couple things so y'all who are listening or might have a little pad out or whatever. These are just a couple things that you guys need to like embody and take in on yourself. Understand that everything speaks directly to you. It doesn't matter if it's the birds, if it's the insects, if it's your grandmother, if it's the television, if it's your teacher, if it's a book. Everything is speaking directly to you. It is your job to decipher the message. You need to be like the little kid in the Christmas Carol movie or the Christmas Story movie, ready to decipher. That's you. You see, that was what that movie was about. For every little child out here to decipher every message that comes on the radio, comes on the news, decipher it. It's speaking to you. Can you listen? Remember that nothing happens you can't handle. You were built for this. You are an ark. You are the ark. God built you to be the ark and has infused you with all of the loving energies in this ark. So you're built motherfucking forward tough. Duh. Remember that. When you need a little moment's inspiration and it's like, man, I don't know if I can do this, you better fucking slap yourself and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm built for this. Alright. Get ready. Like take that. Embody that. I am ready for this. I came here, I incarnated here, ready for whatever it is that this adversary, something that's controlling my thoughts, something that wants to sit here and manipulate my creation, I'm ready. Let's go. Keep running with it. Alright? Your body only listens to you. Remember that. So if there's something off in your body, it ain't nobody's fault but yours. If you run into anybody else but you first, I said first. I'm not saying you can't get help. I said first. If you not running to yourself first, asking yourself first what's going on, meditating and finding inward what's going on within you first, just be a pawn, waiting for someone to move you. Because that's what you're doing. You're sitting here listening to practitioners, which are literally embodying that word, practicing. Because that's what practitioners do. They practice. I ain't no motherfucking practicer. I go by feelings. So if you ask me what I am a human of feelings. If it feels right, I try. Facts. This is for every single person. Listen to this. You cannot trick the trickster. We created this. How you gonna hit me with the okie doke when I created the word? You cannot trick the trickster. You cannot devil the devil. Facts. Fact. That is something you need to take in. Okay? There ain't no question. There ain't no denying it. This is facts. You cannot trick what we created. Motherfucker. Let's keep going. This matters. This is for everyone who wants to question what you out here and what you out here doing. I tell everyone, I said the pigeon does not fly with the hawk. That pigeon is grounded. That pigeon is a fallen and has not had his true glory and is not worthy by its creator to fly with that hawk. Not everything can soar. Not everything can fly. Some of us are hawks and some of us are pigeons. Facts. Remember who the fuck you are. Next one. Words are gifts. Use them. And if I told you that the present is a gift, then maybe your words connect you directly to the present, and your words are the gifts. So your words directly connect to your present. That's why they're gifts. The person you're trying to become is more important than the thing you would ever try to accomplish. Let's say that again. The person you are trying to become is more important than the thing you're trying to accomplish. I don't have to explain that. Y'all can sit on that. Next one. No one should ever fight to be a slave. That's against natural law. I'm not fighting to be no slave. I just said you were. Y'all pay a cell phone bill. Y'all pay taxes that pay the fucking police department to kill us. What do you mean we don't pay to be slaves? Yes, we do. And it is wrong. And it is against natural law and order. And when things like Irma, and when things like Harvey, and when things like earthquakes come shake this earth up, don't be surprised, because we are paying for enslavement, and it is wrong. So something has to offset that. Something has to make that right, because we are paying to be enslaved. We are paying to suffer, and that is wrong. Speak from the heart, because when you speak from the heart, it connects to every other chakra connected to it. Your throat, your mind, and your crown. When you speak from the heart, you speak a singularity of love. So important. So important. Speak from the heart, you speak from a singularity of love. You only see who you are when you see who you're becoming. You only see who you are when you see who you're becoming. I'll do 2 more, and then I would say ashe to you beautiful, loving Facebook family. The eye is the lamp of the body. If thy light be single, then thy body be full of light. Eye, lamp of the body. If the light be single, then your body will be full of light, and not dual forms of light as we are experiencing. Dual realities as we are experiencing, and not the singularity that will come from here. Last one, family. You should only accept things you understand and can prove for yourself, and you should always question things you cannot prove or understand for yourself. Don't just believe it's real because someone claims it's real. Just because they tell you 1 + 1 is 2 doesn't mean you have to believe that 1 + 1 is 2. Just because they tell you 2 negatives equals a positive doesn't mean you have to apply 2 negatives is a positive. Peace, fam.